Brian Lara as he makes his way to the middle. .77 for 1, and that's the sort of tempo of wicket taking that England must expect until they get lower down the order.
That's a good stroke. Once again, a bit too short.
Yes, he's such a clever player, Brian Lara. He threatens to come forward here, look, the front foot, but then he's so quick to rock back.
Well, you've got a chance with him if you're pitching it into the footholds outside off stump. But you don't have much chance if it's short. Not much doubt about that. As it was halfway down the pitch, it had 4 written all over it. A wide half volley.
Yes, he was, but Indy played so well. I think he just sees the ball so quickly.
That's very delicate, and 4.
Brian Lara immediately onto the back foot. This pitch has not really got a lot of pace, and he recognizes immediately that he could play that on the back foot, even though it was not so short. Just guiding it through the backward, maybe where the third slip would have been for 4.
And repeating the dose. Just adapting the shots to the needs of the delivery. Allowed in at any age here at Trent Bridge. Just stand and deliver. Already there's a case for Michael Atherton deciding that he's going to need an in-out field, the sort that keeps the odd close catcher there, but also prevents the boundaries flowing as they are at the moment for Brian Lara. Not only has he that happy knack of keeping the strike, he has that happy knack of finding the gaps. Well, he's going to get 4 more for it. It bounced a foot in front of Gully.
Well, Angus Fraser continuing to bowl wide, just with 1 slip and 1 gully. Well, 1 slip and 2 gullies. 1 gully pretty fine and 1 very wide, inducing Lara to play into that area, but he's been so much in control. It'll be very difficult to get him out in this circumstances. I think you need to be bowling straighter.
Well, that's just guided away. It takes Brian Lara to 50 in what seems nothing more than the blink of an eyelid. And wherever Michael Atherton has put fielders, Brian Lara has completely ignored them, has found the gaps. That's his 10th boundary in 51 runs.
Well, Craig White is an all-rounder, very lively medium pace, and I think these conditions would be
frustrating for the bowlers, but they just need to come to terms with it. The timing is so wonderful.
Oh, that's a very fine shot. And what a fast outfield it is. Not just playing the shot, but having the wonderful timing and the good sense to play it late and fine. One run. And that is the 100 partnership. First wicket fell at 77.
Richard Illingworth, who was bowled basically non-stop with only lunch in between, is now being replaced by Craig White.
What a glorious shot. Full stretch, full face. And a big shout there.
Watkinson bowling around the wicket. I think this was very close from the umpire's point of view. Suppose the batsman correcting the fieldsman would have thought he's playing no shots, he's padding out. The bat is just behind the pad.
More shouting.
Again, another shout. This one clearly outside off stump, and hardly likely that that would have hit the off stump since it would have been turning away from the left-hander.
That's flashed away. And it's not a contest. Yes, Craig White giving Brian Lara too much room just outside off stump there. And Brian Lara the first on either side to 500 runs in the series. West Indies 203 for 1. And all Brian Lara's teammates assembling out on the balcony in anticipation of a wonderful 100. That's it. It's a wonderful 100 for Brian Lara. It has been a superb exhibition of high-quality batting.
Oh, beautiful shot. Finds the gap. Michael Atherton's in there at a short extra cover, hoping for a chance to catch Lara, but that's all along the ground, perfectly placed. Good.
That's a lovely stroke from Lara. Watkinson's back on at the Radcliffe Road end. Beautiful stroke off his toes. Just wide of the man. It slipped for 4 more. Don't bowl short. Bowl short to Lara, and he'll thrash your way between forward point and third man. No trouble at all.
Brian Lara seems to be playing in fours these days. In recent times, it's either one ball that's beat him or seemed to have beat him, and the next one 4 runs. The West Indies now 300 for 3. Brian Lara 133 out of those 300.
Full stop, full toss and 4. Lightning fast outfield. Lara's made the bulk of his runs with 4s. And he's now being severe on Watkinson. Lovely stroke, but you simply can't give Lara, anyone for that matter, scope to play strokes off the back foot.
That's going to find the gap yet again and take Brian Lara past the 150 mark. For the third time today, acknowledging the applause of the crowd and his West Indies colleagues. Well, they've gone up for the catch. Brian Lara's out. The ploy has worked. Disappointment for Brian Lara and for this capacity crowd at Trent Bridge. England trying their own up-to-the-date version of leg theory. It was just a thin little help round to Jack Russell that was enough. England had set the trap, as it were, with the leg side field, but I don't think even Dominic Cork expected it to come quite in that fashion.
Well, there was an element of luck in it to get him out this way, but give some credit to England because at least they set 2 men back for their